What if I told you that one of the most righteous men in the Bible, Joseph, the dreamer, the faithful servant of God, married a pagan? Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, thrown into prison, and yet, by the grace of God, he rose to become second in command over all of Egypt. He saved nations during famine. He forgave those who hurt him. He became a hero of biblical proportions, and yet, very few people talk about his wife, Asenath. The Bible tells us she was the daughter of Potipharah, a priest of On, an Egyptian high priest who worshipped Ra, the sun god, a woman raised in idolatry. So why would a man chosen by God, a Hebrew patriarch, marry into a family of pagan priests? Was Joseph compromising his faith? Was Asenath converted? Or is there something more to this woman that history has quietly buried? Asenath is barely mentioned in Scripture, just a few lines. Yet her role was far from insignificant. She gave birth to Manasseh and Ephraim, sons who would later become the leaders of two of Israel's most powerful tribes. If her children helped shape the future of God's people, why do we know so little about their mother? To understand this mystery, we have to look beyond the surface. Jewish Midrash, rabbinic tradition, and ancient Christian texts paint a more complex and far more redemptive picture of Asenath. Some Jewish writings suggest that she wasn't Egyptian at all. One prominent theory says that Asenath was actually the daughter of Dinah, the only daughter of Jacob. According to this view, she was born from Dinah's tragic encounter with Shechem, abandoned, and later adopted by an Egyptian priest. If true, that would mean Asenath was of Hebrew blood all along. Other ancient texts offer a different perspective, one of deep transformation. In the Apocryphal story Joseph and Asenath, we see Asenath undergo a powerful spiritual awakening. She rejects the idols of Egypt, repents with tears, and receives a divine vision from heaven. This moment marks her full acceptance by the God of Israel. It's a beautiful picture of redemption, a woman born into idolatry who becomes a faithful believer. Her marriage to Joseph then wasn't just political, it was divinely approved. And perhaps that's the deeper message here. The story of Asenath isn't just about a mysterious wife. It's about the grace of God reaching far beyond the boundaries of bloodlines and culture. Just like Ruth the Moabitess or Rahab the Canaanite, Asenath's story reminds us that God often uses outsiders, those the world overlooks, to fulfill his greatest purposes. But why was she left out of the spotlight? Part of the answer lies in the way ancient stories were told. In patriarchal cultures, especially in sacred narratives, the focus often fell on the men. Women, particularly foreign women, were sidelined. Asenath may have been forgotten by storytellers, but her legacy lived on through her sons and the future of Israel. Her story matters because it tells us something timeless. God's redemption knows no boundaries. It doesn't matter where you come from, your past, your name, your background. What matters is your willingness to turn to him. Asenath's transformation is a symbol of hope for every outsider, every sinner, every one of us who wonders, could God really use someone like me? Yes, he can, and he does. So maybe it's time we stop overlooking the forgotten names in the Bible, because sometimes they're the ones holding the deepest truths. Through Asenath, we see that God's covenant is wide, his mercy is deep, and his grace is for everyone. If this story stirred something in you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're uncovering the forgotten voices of Scripture and what they reveal about the heart of God.